What's going on, Axie gang? Elijah here, back with another video, and season 15 has come to an end. I am very excited to announce that we made the top 10. We placed number 8th overall, which I am very happy with. This was my first full season from start to finish playing Axie Infinity, and as many of you may know, my goal since starting the game a couple months ago was to be a top 10 player, and it feels a little bit more official now that I've closed out a season in the top 10 rather than just like dipping in and out of it. So it's a huge accomplishment for me. It's just the beginning. I'm going to keep aiming higher, keep improving and studying and learning with all of you. And I also want to just say thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed and shown support and love. It's really crazy. We're over 300 subs already. The views on all the videos are going way up. So you guys are amazing. It just shows how strong the Axie Infinity community truly is, that everyone's trying to learn and support each other and grow, and honestly, it makes me feel super fulfilled to be here and doing this. Yeah, I got an exciting video for you today. I figured what I'd do is first share some mental game things about the home stretch of this season. So I gotta be honest with you, I think like 3 days before it ended, I was sitting number 1. And then the second to last day to play, Indez was sitting number 1. I woke up at number 2 and I decided I would hunt for the number 1 spot. I had one of the worst downswings. Like, I just couldn't win consistently and I was making mistakes and it just kept compiling, and I went out for a walk to clear my head, came back. I dropped from rank 2 that day all the way down to I believe 60 at one point and just kept grinding. I ended up getting back to number 25 by the end of the day. The final day, I wake up, I'm ranked 25, and I was looking at that number 2 spot thinking like, shit, if I didn't even play at all, I would still be number 2. My rank wouldn't have changed whatsoever. But that being said, I wanted to do everything to try and guarantee at least a top 10 spot. So I fire up some games and I'm prepared. My brain is switched on. I know that it's crunch time. I kid you not, I rip off 13 wins straight. I don't think I've ever done that playing this game. I fly from rank 25 all the way up to rank like 5 or 6. And then I had to decide. I had to ask myself and look at my ego and wonder like, okay, do I go for this number 1 spot and risk falling back all the way to like rank 20 or 30 after I just had an insane run of games? Or do I stay patient and humble and take a top 10 spot considering it's my first season and that was my goal and I pretty much locked it up at this point? So I weighed the options and I knew the payouts were nice for top 10, and I decided to just book this victory for myself and aim to like shatter that top 3 spot in the next season. And I'm happy with that. I'm proud of myself. And so yeah, that's a bit of the story of just, not getting carried away at the home stretch. I think the day where I was going for number 1 against Indez, I just wasn't feeling it and I was pushing when I shouldn't have been. And that's just never like a great recipe in this game. You want to be calm, patient, aware, and you don't want to be forcing plays or games, because once you start doing that, you're just going to be making mistakes left and right. So you need to know when to pause. And yeah, so I feel like I earned a bunch of experience this season. I wanted to go ahead and share with you the actual team that I used to climb into the top 10 and get that finish. I'm going to do that by reviewing a couple games that I played yesterday, do some analysis, and talk about how this team plays out. So this is going to be against LT Rivers, someone who I believe I played against a few times, but this was a very interesting game that we had. So first of all, let's take a look at the squad. Up front, we have a tank that I actually recommended in my picking the best Axies video. This was actually my top pick here, with the prickly trap for damage, the carrot for energy, veg bite. Very standard but powerful frontliner. My midliner, I'm not going to lie, an absolute monster. I saw this on the marketplace going for the same price as other Perch Aquas. And all the other ones, they usually have Angry Lamb. They never have this exact combo of cards where we have the Crimson with just insane damage, Shell Jab, which is going to do 130% damage when attacking an idle target. So essentially, since we're prioritizing idle targets when we play this combo, Shell Jab then just smacks them with the damage bonus since they're just sitting there. And then we have Crimson to just also do heaps, and we can one-shot. I mean, if I get the right series of cards here, I can one-shot reptiles with this. It's a completely disgusting build. And then in the back, we got the monster bird with the all-out shot. Now, it's just a savage. Like, all-out shot costs 0 energy, does 140 damage. It inflicts damage to ourselves, but the thing is, we're the fastest class in the game. So very often, we get to have first movers advantage in like the 1v1 situations, like my backliner versus his backliner in the late game. Another thing I mentioned in my video where I talked about buying Axies, when I got to the bird class, I said, you know, I'm not familiar with this class. I don't play it very often. And then when I started playing around with this combination of cards, it really changed. I can backdoor 2-shot other birds with just like a headshot and an all-out shot. Obviously, this is just going to smash through any beast. And I've just been having so much fun with this combination. The key here is we have so many angles to attack from. It's just so difficult for them to properly defend. It's pretty damn sweet. So let's go ahead and see how this plays out. Round 1, we do get a bunch of bird cards, but it doesn't make sense to just necessarily unleash Heartbreak and All Out Shot and 4-card this straight into his tank. You know, he can lead with a poison or sometimes a pumpkin and veg bite combo. So I decided to go a little bit more patient and see what his first move is. I generally play something on my tank round 1 versus beast. So if I get a single carrot, I'll just play that for the 40 shield. I find that like a little bit of insurance, even if it's 40 extra shield, will keep my tank alive if he gets a strong combination of cards round 1. So in this case, I just draw the lone pumpkin, but I decide to play it and be safe, keep my tank alive. If he doesn't hit me at all, I'll draw a card, which is always beneficial. So he does start to put pressure on with Sinister and Bryce here. He takes one of our energies straight out of the gate, which is annoying. He does lead with the poison and the disguise, so we avoid taking a bunch of poison hits. The other thing I'll say about taking poison hits with a bird that has all-out shot, I'm going to be getting my HP very low with these cards. So it's really important that I take pretty much no poison charges if possible, because that can lead to me ticking myself away into oblivion, which is not good. I'm going to need my bird in the very late stages, so I don't want to do that. Ideally, I want to kill this off as effectively as possible. Oh, okay, so let's see. Round 2, I decided to play my card that will prioritize his idle Axie and 2 shell jabs. What I'm going for here is to hopefully catch him off guard. If he plays a card or 2 on his tank and leaves his beast sitting, it will be dead with these 3 cards, which is pretty massive. Unfortunately, he passes, so I will just be putting this damage on his frontline tank, but that's still quite good for us because, as we mentioned, we want to kill that without getting poison damage on our bird. So we've started to begin that process. Now in round 3, we have only 2 energy, and he has, looks like he has 4 energy, or I think maybe even 5. So we're quite behind at this point. We're going to need to be really mindful about what we do here. So he's going for 2 more beast cards. He's starting to use his reptile with lagging, allergic reaction. This is going to be doing tons of damage on my plant. My tank should be pretty close to toast here. The reason I'm passing still is in line with what I said about the poison, and also I just don't have like any great moves, and when that's the case, I would rather be patient than to force something. So I'm going to go ahead and let this round go. It is hurting quite a bit, getting our energy stolen and not really doing too much on the offensive side of things, but we'll see how we manage to turn it around here. So now this is the beautiful thing about All Out Shot. Costs 0 energy, so I can backdoor effectively with like 2 or 3 energy and get kills because it just costs less to play that combo. As you can see, I use all 3 energy here that I have, but I get that 4th card for free. So this is going to go ahead and completely dismantle his beast, which he did play cards on this round. So that's a really great round for us. He wastes that energy. He starts to come after our Aqua, and it looks like we're beginning to turn things around a little bit. Granted, the Beast wasn't the bigger of the 2 threats between the Reptile and the Beast, but eliminating an Axie is always a big, big positive. Now into round 5, I go with Headshot, All Out Shot on the front tank. Eliminate him since he's low HP. If somehow we don't get the kill with these 2 cards, the Aqua will dust it off with the Tail Slap and the Crimson, which is exactly what happens. And so we managed to make it a 2v1 here, even though both of our Axies are in pretty bad shape. So now we're looking at this guy he's just a monster. Like, this is gonna still be down to the wire for us. I get this nice trio of cards though, where I want to play Heartbreak first on the bird. What this is going to do is I'm anticipating him starting to play Sticky Goos, which are going to stun me whenever I break his shield. So the plan here is to lead with the bird with a single card to eat that stun and then get effective use out of my Aqua's cards, right? So he actually doesn't play the Sticky Goo, so this is just damage going to the face. So 3 energy here. It's looking like the same plan. At this point, I think I'm just going for the kill. So that's just gonna be all out shot, suicide, kamikaze style on the bird. He's gonna go down. But I know I have 3 big cards to hopefully finish the game on the reptile. This 300 damage that I'm going to do with my Aqua. As we can see, like, I'm getting 2 poison ticks per card played. It's like if I don't get the kill here, he's just going to hit me with 1 card and 1 or 2 cards and I'm going to drop. So it's paramount that happens, and he only had 224 health. So, you know, even without that critical, we were going to finish the job. And a very close game, but one that was just huge for us on the streak to get back into that top 10 spot. So let's look at one more game. This is going to be against Pratap or Prethap, Axie GG. He finished ranked 17 on the season. So, you know, when you're at this point, you're just facing tough opponent after tough opponent. Yeah, this will be an interesting one to look at. So typically when I match up against a big, beefy tank team with this trio, I'm really not happy about it. Like double yam combinations, it's just very difficult. My Axies are quite fragile, so as I mentioned, poison ticks are like, you know, the death of me. And it's just hard to get these kills off against such high HP opponents. So round 1, he starts to lead with a poison on his midliner into my tank. I'm not sure exactly why he played that right out of the gate. He should be aware that this is his fastest Axie, and there is a chance that I just come firing with the bird right away. So maybe he was thinking that, you know, if I do that, my bird's going to start taking poison charges, which would be really bad for me. But I did not go for the Aqua that round. He comes out swinging all the way here. Double chomp with the allergy for the damage bonus, and my tank is now half dead in round 1, which, you know, or in round 2 rather, which is not ideal. We haven't played any cards yet other than Pumpkin, so we're stacking up. We're playing the patient game. Now we kind of have a lot of weapons at our disposal. We have 5 or 6 energy. And we do pull that combo that can one-shot Aquas, even ones that have 450 HP. So we're going to go for it with double headshot, all-out shot. We're hoping he doesn't anticipate this attack by playing something that gives him high shield like the Aqua stock, because then we wouldn't get the kill and that would be pretty bad. But it's early, it's round 3. I'm hoping to kind of just catch him a little off guard, and we do. So boom, down goes his Aqua. I also unleash the other energy that I had stored up with my Aqua midliner. Playing a 3-card combination here, I'm pretty happy to put damage on either Axie. So if I go into the back, I know he doesn't have any heal, and I know he's going to be tough late game. So if I put damage on him while he has no shield up, that's a positive for me to just get his HP low. If I go through the front, if his frontliner stays idle, we're chipping away at him as well, which, you know, obviously we need to get rid of this beefy monster of an Axie. It's kind of a win-win either way, and we do end up smacking into the frontliner this time. Now, it's not going to be easy to finish him. I'm very aware of that. I consider playing damage cards, but I realize that wouldn't make any sense this round because I know he has all of his shields and his heal and whatnot. So even though I know he's going to heal back up and I'm going to have to kind of keep bashing him in, it's fine in the sense that I'm letting him spend all of his energy to do that and not really put any damage on me. Like, I'm not letting him play cards that are going to kill me off. I do play the Carrot and the Sirius on my tank for a little bit of energy. And now we're sitting at 4 energy versus his 2. He's going to play another shield and a heal. I decide with 4 energy to basically banging on the front door to get rid of this guy. And I'm also going to brick wall my frontliner with Carrot, Prickly, and the Pumpkin. And I just believe, I'm sure I was probably doing a decent job of counting energy and realizing that he probably couldn't play shield and heal this front line and have enough cards and energy for his backliner to kill me up front as long as I shielded up enough. So we're unloading the clip. We're keeping that frontliner alive. I'm not sure. I don't think we get the kill here just because of the fact that he gets to heal and go before my tank. We are going to get him very, very close to dead. Yeah, 24 HP. And going into round 6, we've got 3 energy. We're going to play Heartbreak, Perch. The reason I don't want to play 2 Heartbreaks on the bird to kill the plant is just in case he doesn't do anything else to try to keep his front plant alive, which would just mean if I play 2 Heartbreaks and let's say I kill him with just one of them, then I've wasted an energy. So that's what happens. He actually passes this round and we start to hurt his backliner. We're aware of the fact that this plant, he's able to get tons of shield for low cost. He doesn't even need to use any energy to play Clean Scent, which gives him 50 shield. And I have 3 energy. But considering how inactive his backliner has been, I kind of realized that spending that 3 energy this round would be a complete waste. It's not going to penetrate, it's not going to break through 250 shield or whatever he comes up with. And on the same side of that, looking at his damage cards, I'm able to realize that along with playing Clean Scent, he's only going to get to play probably 3 damage cards, and that's just not going to be enough to kill a full HP Aqua. And my Aqua is also going to get to go first next round. So I'm pretty much safe to pass and stack up a bunch of cards and go for the kill next round. So here he comes with 3 cards. It's going to be the damage bonus from plant to Aqua. So he's doing 100 damage for each of those and then 96 with the chomp. But as I anticipated, we live. He now has, I think it's just 2 energy here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire the full clip. I don't know why I don't play all out shot here. It's actually an interesting thing to consider. I think the reason I didn't play it is because next round, if it's just my bird versus his plant, I don't want to play all out shot here and risk drawing 2 of them next round, which I won't be able to play because that would just suicide kill my bird. I want to be drawing Heartbreak and Headshot next round and essentially only playing 1 all-out shot card. I decide to hold off on that for now to play all my other damage cards. I'm going to get to go first next round anyway, and then I can use the proper combination of cards to make sure I don't kill myself out of the game. So there's the Heartbreak. We're going to play all 3 Aqua cards. We lead with Tail Slap, of course, to nullify his stun. We're going to get him very close to dead. Not quite. We do get the crit, which helps us, push this along. I think it would have been pretty irrelevant. An extra 100-something damage would not have saved him this round because we are going to fire a massive clip here. With it, it's smooth sailing, and we book a massive win. So that was a really cool game to see there. I know that this video has been going on for quite a while, but I think what I will do is play one live arena game. Pixel Buster. I faced this team before. It's a pretty tough one. Actually, he's got a new midliner here. So this has got the bunny and the barb strike and allergy. This is nasty for sure. Where did he get this guy? And then in the back, another allergy, card discard, and sunder. He's got sticky goos at the front and the back. He also has Yam up front. It's a tough one. All these bug cards work really well together. Bunny needs to be played in a chain, and so does Barb Strike to get the perks of them. And that means that one of these other Axies also has to play a bug card, but that should be pretty easy for him since Sunder's a bug, Sticky's a bug, and yeah, he just has that ability quite easily. So I'm going to start with a Veg Bite and a Prickly up front on his Aqua. And a Headshot. I just kind of decided to throw that in at the end. And let's see here. So, bam, that's going to be some nice damage. Part of the reason I want to play my good high damage cards versus this combo is because he has 2 Axies with Sunder, which is going to discard my cards, and that can leave me with very few options. So if I get some good stuff, I want to use it relatively quickly. One thing to note is he doesn't have any energy steal, so that's nice. He's more so going for, a lack of options play with the card attack by attacking my what I have in my hand. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and finish off this Aqua. This is his main card that gives him shield. So what that means is I think as far as timing, how to break the stun or to nullify it, I believe it'll be like I play one card and I'll be stunned, and then I'll do tail, and I guess I'll just go for it here. Okay, great. I didn't want to overextend, but I figured he was going to try and keep him alive for sure, because losing him this early with getting very little value would suck. That is what happens anyway, though, for him, so really good for us. I don't remember how many cards he was going to play on that frontliner, like how much energy he wasted, but I don't think he has that much this round, probably like 3. The question is, do I try to play prickly with my tank? And I think the answer to that is no. I think there's just too good of a chance that my plant goes down here. So I will play carrot, because if he goes down, I'll get the energy back, and also I want to make it a little more difficult for him to kill this, like essentially make him have to use 2 cards. Yep, so we'll do that, and this is kind of what I mean. It guarantees that, both of these have to be used, and he doesn't start putting damage on my Aqua. Now, his fastest Axie is in the back here, but we don't really have a good combo to just straight up kill it. Yeah, this guy is definitely, it's hard to say which one's more of a threat. He's got the Beast and Bug cards, which don't do a damage bonus. Anyway, all that being said, I think I'll just start banging on the front door here against this plant. Not going to get the kill, but we're happy to get him very low on health. So I'm pretty sure he's very low energy, and what I'm going to do is try to just use these 2 cards to get the kill. So now he can definitely have, I'm expecting him to have like 140, 170-ish on the shield. Something like that. So I think I'll do this, because I think it's going to take 2 cards to break the shield, and then I'll just use the Dark Swoop to get rid of the stun. Yeah, so that worked out really nice. And then All Out Shot. I don't want to use All Out Shot to get rid of the stun, because I have plenty of energy. That's not an issue. So it's not like I need to use that to conserve energy. I want to get as much damage in as I possibly can. The Aqua's going down, but we're going to draw 3 cards here and should be just totally fine in getting the win. Now I don't really think he has that combo of cards to give him such high shield. So I think it's going to just take 1 card this time to break it. Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, he's just going to go down right there. And if he didn't, we would have, been able to finish the job with the headshot anyway. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video there, and I want to, reiterate that we're in the off season now, which is going to be a lot of fun because we get to try out a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm not going to be running this like A team that I have. I'm going to be trying different combos, and I'm going to do some obviously more gameplay videos here in the near future. I didn't record any live during my final push on the arena, because it definitely takes a little more energy to talk about strategy while you're playing, and I didn't really want to risk screwing that up by shooting a video and dropping a bunch of ranks. So yeah, I'll be doing strategy on the off season and all throughout the middle of next season, and maybe at the tail end next time I'll be more prepared to turn the camera on in like those last few days for some high pressure games. But as always, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I cover everything Axie related. It's my favorite project in cryptocurrency, so tons of more videos to come in the future. That's it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.